Well, good morning, guys and gals. BP back here. Well, the fun and games of being a hotshot trucker, right? So I was booked for 9 a.m. pickup time here in Regina, general sandblasting. And since I've been here before, I know the situation, I know the drill. I figured, screw it, I'll come a little bit later. So I got here at 9:25. I also picked up a bunch of bolts, nuts and bolts from a different place in town that goes with the job that I'm picking up from here. Anyways, 9 a.m. pickup time has now been changed. Nobody contacted me. They're saying 2 o'clock. And we got to drive 2.5. Well, it's actually with road construction now, we're looking at a 3.5 hour drive. To North Portal border crossing between Canada, Saskatchewan, Canada, and North Dakota, USA. So, yeah, this ain't gonna go over too good. Friggin' 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna sit here from 9:20 until 2 in the afternoon. That ain't gonna work at all. And I'll never get it delivered in time. I'll never make it there in time. So, I'm not sure what's going to happen. We'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty, guys. Well, we're all loaded up. It ended up being 3 pallets of stuff. Just they had to package everything by hand. It's basically, we're pushing something awfully close. It's like 30 some odd pipe bollards. And if anybody doesn't know what a pipe bollard is basically just a pipe that has a big base plate on it. In some cases, these ones have base plates that are welded to the bottom side of the pipe, and it gets mounted into a concrete form to help. Basically, it's a protection pipe so that somebody doesn't drive into a doorway or into certain areas. How's that sound? And so that's what it's for. But we are loaded with these 3 pallets, and we're heading on down the road. As you can see, we literally just left. So I'm told that from Estevan to North Portal, that's generally about a 20-minute drive one way. But now with all the road construction in that stretch, we're looking at an hour drive one way. So that's really going to put a screwing into things. But anyway, we're going to head her on down the road and make things happen and get the friggin' stuff to the destination. We'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Well, every day's an adventure, guys. And let me tell you, sometimes when you're driving through the city, maybe you just shouldn't roll your windows down, because then you wouldn't hear necessarily what everybody's bitching about. So we're cruising on down Arcola Ave in Regina, and Arcola Ave can be a little bit of a pain in the you-know-what. And it's not too often you can get through all the lights on Arcola Ave without an issue, without having to stop pretty much at every friggin' one. How's that sound? So, anyway, I see this little friggin' car coming up beside me, and I'm the first guy in the row. And I'm doing the speed limit. It's 70K zone. So, and this woman's got her arms in the air. The light turns red. She's beaking off at nobody in particular. And we went through 2 lights. Stopped at them both, obviously. And then at the 3rd light, she starts shouting at me. Literally, like looking right at me and shouting at me, "I don't got time for Regina." And I'm like, "It's not my fault." And he's like, "This is crazy. Who has time to stop for all these stupid blah, blah, blah lights?" And I'm going, "Yeah, I don't tell the light to turn red." She's just losing it. The light turns green. I left and she was still beacon at the green light. It was like, somebody's got some very cheap drugs that are messing with her brain. Anyways, I should have had the camera rolling, guys. Sorry, but Never thought of it at the time. I'll get better at this as time goes on, I'm sure. Anyway, talk to you later. How about this one, guys? See where that truck's turning off right there? See all those bins and these buildings? This is called Cambite Farms. This is their main location. When these guys pull into a field, they run all New Holland equipment. When these guys pull into the field, there's like, I've seen as many as 15 combines at one time. They got their own grain cleaning, their own shipping and receiving, you name it, they do it. If it comes to grain, it's quite the operation they got happening here. But I've heard stories, whether they're true or not, I don't know, so don't quote me on this, but lots of, oh yes, before I go on to stories, they also do hemp processing. Set you down here. So they're farming, they're pushing the 40,000 acre mark, these guys. And I've heard stories that there's lots of Chinese influence money involved with the operation. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's the rumor that's going around. How's that sound? Anyways, just thought I'd show that to you guys because it's quite the operation, that's for sure. So we'll talk to you later. Hey guys, we're still driving. We're in that construction zone area. They've got the highway all chewed up. They're laying tar down, they're laying blacktop down, they're building up shoulders. They're stopping people. We were stopped at one point already for about 15 minutes so far. Now we're going, but we're going slowly. We're almost to our destination, but at this rate, it's going to take a while to get there yet. Kind of feel bad for the farmers in this area if they're trying to get to their fields with equipment and they have to go down these friggin' highways, and with the highway under construction the way it is, it'd be tough if you're a little bit wide to get through some of the areas. We've got a few bales out there this farmer made, and a whole pile more out that way. But I did see one field of green feed, and when we're on our way home, I'm gonna bring you guys back for that field. It's something else. Anyway, we'll bring you back when we get to destination. Talk to you then. Well guys, here we are. We got unloaded. I couldn't bring you in there to show you the unload because of the situation with the border crossing security, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we're at the second point of the construction zone area. Guys are traveling, getting escorted up the hill here. I'm assuming we're going to be getting escorted down the hill right away. She's quite the procedure. You sit here for quite a while waiting for the escorts to run back and forth. But there's a pile of trucks wanting to get into Canada here, and all they're in Canada right now. But we're sitting ducks waiting for the escort. They're doing a pile of work down in the bottom, and then all the way up on top here, all the way to the border crossing. So yeah, it's an adventure, that's for sure. See if we're gonna get going here right away or not. And if you look way out in the distance, see if I could blow it up. So way out there, you can see that crane boom. That's moving. And all of that stuff across there, that's all from the coal mine for the power plant. Well, here we go. Looks like we're getting some action happening. I'm gonna set you in here, guys. And there we go. Here we go. That truck looks really close to me, don't it? There. Is that better, guys? Came up the hill, this young guy holding the slow moving sign was just a dancing away. He must be listening to some tunes and he was doing a jig. How's that sound? For the amount of rain this country had over the summer and whatnot, it's pretty brown. Big bump coming up here, guys. There it is. Long ways down on that side. Down one side, down the other side, up the hill. But it always amazed me how these guys with this coal mine could come through here and mine this ground for all the coal and just leave it a freaking shambles. Why they weren't made to clean it up, level it out, I don't know. Those trucks coming this way, those were just dirt hauling trucks because they're building the road up down in the valley, and I think they're widening it out too, making it wider. She was pretty narrow. You can see that shoulder right there. There wasn't much there. And on that side, well, you can see how wide they've made it now. Making her wider, that's for sure. I'm gonna set you down here. Now, way off in the distance, you see that hill way up there. When we get to the other side of that, when we get going up the other hill, that's when we run out of the construction zone. Be kind of a nice place to live down here in the valley. Got the Souris River right here. I don't know if they'd allow irrigation to happen off of that little creek. It ain't much of a river, but I know in the spring of the year it could get flowing pretty heavy. But we're pretty much out of the zone. I'm gonna let you guys go. We'll bring you back later on. And see what those hills look like, guys? The way they're all jagged and rough like that. This country wasn't made like that. It wasn't like that until they came through and mined. I ain't got nothing against the mining of the coal to make power and all that, but don't leave it in such a shambles like this. That's my thought. That crane up ahead there, he's one of the biggest in the world for coal mining anyways. That's what they say. Well, let's get this puppy in gear and get the heck going, get home. We'll bring you guys back later. Hey guys, check this out. That's a lot of goddamn bales. Those bales are like 50 yards apart. I'm sorry, Nick, over at South Sask, but I think that this guy's got you beat out on that 5.5 bales per acre. And these are hardcore. 5 by 5.5, all of 5 by 5.5. That's a lot of friggin' bales out there. That's crazy. That gentleman got himself one hell of a good crop on that green feed oats. Yes, he did. Anyway, let's keep trucking, boys. Well, guys, are we gonna get by him? He's a biggin'. Oh, he's taking the ditch hardcore. That's nice. I'll take it a little bit. We'll get by him. Yep. It's farming season, boys. It's farming season. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys here. We'll catch you tomorrow. We'll be doing something or other. So stay tuned and let's get her done.